Welcome back to Simbright Fashion Academy YouTube channel for another interesting tutorial. So today's tutorial, we want to make our skirt ruffles. So for the skirt ruffles, I have my waistline, and I'm going to take all my skirt measurements, starting all the way from the hip. I'll make the hip and above my knee. Okay, so the lines I have here is for my hip and my above knee and above my knee. So I'm going to make my waist to hip and my knee line, just the way you draft your skirt. So what I'm just doing here is drafting a skirt pattern in a miniature skirt. So I believe you understand what I did right here. So this skirt pattern we have right here is an asymmetric skirt piece. So this is above my knee. It depends on where you want to start attaching this skirt piece. So I believe you understand I'm using a small scale drafting. So I'll just cut off the skirt pattern so I can define this skirt. Okay, so just draft your full skirt pattern. And this is the waistline. I cut off my waistline. So what I have here is above my knee. Above my knee, this is the real knee. And this is 3 inches. You go up by 3 inches before you get this line. So once that is done, you are going to go up by 1 inch from the above the knee. Okay, again. And what we have here is the knee position. So I'm going to come up on the knee position by another 1 inch. Okay, so I'm going to make a slanted line or asymmetric line. So I've made the asymmetric line as it is on the thumbnail. So I'm going to cut off from that above my knee to just exactly as I explained. Okay, so recall this is your waistline. So now I'm going to take my measurement of what I have right here. I have 7 inches, and the 7 inches I'm going to times by 2 for the back. Okay, for the back skirt pattern. So 7 times 2 will give us 14. I'll be using 14 now to cut my 180 degrees flay that will serve as a base for my ruffles. So 14 divided by 3.14. If you are making 180 degrees, we'll have about 3.5 as an example. So if my radius is 3.5, I'll come in with my let me say I'm using doll face satin fabric. So I'll fold it the first time. I'll also fold it the second time. So it has to be on a square. So let me just cut off the square. Oh, I'm so sorry. It has to be, I'm making 180, not 360. So I thought I'm making, so if this is your fabric, for 180, just fold only once. And then on this folded part, that is where I'm going to take my measurement of 3.5. So I'll just go around my 3.5, go around my 3.5 on my fabric. And I'm going to connect. So I will pretend using what I have here as the desired length. The desired length is by your choice. Okay, you choose where you want the flare ruffles to get to for your skirts. Okay, so that is that. I'm going to cut both the radius and I'm going to cut both my flay. Okay, so this is my full flay front. That is half a circle. You can see it's half a circle. So I will now come, I will measure on my fabric with my chalk line. I'm going to measure half an inch for seam allowance, half an inch. So this is where my first ruffle is going to be sewn. Okay, I'm going to sew my first ruffle there. So if you want this ruffle to be really tight, very close for you, you can do 1 inch. You can do 1 inch. Okay, so I'm just using this to demonstrate.